Hey everybody, it's Tika Gomez, and here is my discussion. So, according to Ashen Deora, 2013, there are 6 limitations that prevent school growth. So, one, it could be laws and regulations. Schools are designed for some, but not all students. Mindsets and limiting beliefs about learning. Standardization versus differentiation. Teacher isolation versus teacher collaboration, leadership, and engagement. A narrow view of professional development. Teaching and student learning as separate acts and not as an interactive process. So it was really difficult for me to narrow down which limitations that I wanted to highlight as a hurdle for student, teacher, and school organization success because each of them can hinder the growth process within each entity. But the 3 that I'll highlight are mindsets and limiting beliefs about learning, teacher isolation versus teacher collaboration, leadership, and engagement, and teacher and student learning as separate acts and not as an interactive process. So, mindsets and limiting beliefs about learning. This means that teachers' preconceived attitudes and thoughts about certain groups of students can hinder groups or give other groups an unfair advantage. So, an example from the text is when minority groups were not legally able to go with majority groups, for example, Hispanics with whites, they couldn't be educated together because it was against the law. And so when they finally integrated, teachers would have preconceived notions that minority groups were less able to learn, so they wouldn't pay as much attention to them. And so the majority group would get the unfair advantage of more attention from the teacher. Ashton Duora note that in a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just a starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Virtually all great people have these qualities. Haggard described the differences between a growth mindset and fixed mindset as fixed mindset people dread failure, feeling that it reflects badly upon themselves as individuals, while growth mindset people instead embrace failure as an opportunity to learn and improve their abilities. So, having a growth mindset when dealing with all students is instrumental in reaching all students because it teaches all students with equality and helps all students to overcome their obstacles, gain critical thinking skills, and respond favorably to feedback and help them grow. Ways to help teachers and staff gain a growth mindset is through professional development and modeling from school leadership. Haggard states that the most obvious way of applying growth mindset to teacher professional development is through modeling. So, teacher isolation versus teacher collaboration. The next note is the next limitation that I'll cover. A quote from Ashton Dora stated that a private world which no one besides you, yourself, and the teacher's inning, expressing the isolation that some teachers feel in class. Teacher isolation limits teachers and can hold back teachers and students from making education gains. Through teacher collaboration, teachers can learn from more experienced teachers and fill in voids of knowledge. Teacher collaboration can help students become successful because teachers will have the tools and knowledge to help them succeed. So, furthermore, Ash and Diora also state that when teachers are able to collaborate with one another, share leadership, and engage with each other, the collective capacity to improve learning for all students is increased. So, a solution for teacher isolation is definitely professional learning communities. Professional learning communities are very accessible. They can be in person or reached through online groups. Principals and leadership can also help by creating and supporting professional learning communities within their organization. Teaching and student learning as separate acts in interactive process. The last limitation that I'll highlight. Teaching and learning can be a powerhouse hand in hand in my experiences. If you can teach something, it shows that you have a deep knowledge and understanding of the content. So another quote from Ashton Diora is separating the teaching process from student learning processes significantly limits the teacher's ability to modify the lessons in real time based on student needs. This limits student progress because they can be forced into a lesson that they don't understand, which can cause frustration to the student